Curtisan. Humanity had survived many things like wars and epidemics, and this time was no exception. A great virus was infecting people, this wearing them to death. To avoid further harm, the society decided to place a curfew on people to prevent the death rate from increasing. In Don Quixote's house, he and his niece were living. The pandemic kept them isolated from the world and from society, so there were not many things to do.
This pandemic is too strong to have come from the same nature. Someone must have caused it. This is not natural.
Dude, I already left your crazy theories. Better read the book or watch cooking or exercise videos. You already need it.
Nonsense, girl. What I need is to save people's lives. To our places to help people and out of here. Get information about this horrible creation.
Do what you want. That you're more stubborn and stubborn than anyone. But remember that the cat died out of curiosity.
But he died knowing. Besides, it's not like I'm in danger because I want to know more.
Over there, when you see that there is nothing else, you will understand and stop looking around. You what this is crazy and crazy.
I am not crazy, only that my reality is different from yours. Anything can happen. Remember that people never show us what they are like until you discover it.
Do what you want, but yes, do not even think of leaving the house, because I will not be helping you in those adventures.
And saying these last words, Denise left the room, where she was talking to her uncle without knowing that Don Quixote was already putting together his plan for the truth to find his faithful companion, Sancho Panza, and that he would not tire until he knew everything. But sometimes the secrets must remain hidden from everyone, regardless how many should be silenced. Okay. Second scene. The next day in the morning, Don Quixote, accompanied by his faithful friend Sancho Panza, went out on their mission, which was to go to a nearby village to look for the COVID cure to save its inhabitants.
Follow me, Sancho. A big adventure is waiting for us.
When they arrived to the village, a beautiful peasant welcomed them.
Hi, my name is Dulcinea. You must be the doctors, right?
I come to try to help and find a cure for this virus and end the pandemic, and for that I brought my doctor friend, Sancho Panza.
The truth is that I think it will be very difficult to find a cure since it's a very strong virus and it's not easy to control. For me, the best thing is to wait until it disappears on its own.
Anyway, because there is not much work and people need money for their families.
We have to keep exploring the village.
And so, Don Quixote and Sancho Panza continued their adventure in search of the cure for COVID. But apparently, Don Quixote was focused on something else.
Hey Sancho, don't tell anyone, but Dulcinea really did look pretty to me. I think it's my crush, but there's something that doesn't convince me of her. I don't know, maybe they are my crazy ideas.
And we talk about it, but I agree with you that there is something strange about her. Anyway, let's continue.
Third scene. Exploring the town, Don Quixote and Sancho realized that each step they took was observed by the sweet and young Dulcinea, and whenever they spoke with her, they could see in their eyes how they were analyzed.
Sancho, I want you to distract Dulcinea while I go to investigate his room.
Understood.
While Sancho was guiding the woman to the other side of the town, Don Quixote slipped away in his room.
What do you hide, my dear?
While rummaging around the place, he could hear a voice coming from a wall in the room. Don Quixote, alarmed, decided to approach and put his ear to the wall to understand what those whispers were saying, however. When he placed his ear on the wall, it opened, revealing stairs leading to a hidden basement.
Who's there?
Don Quixote exclaimed as a small room arrived. He realized that all the sound he was hearing was not whispering, but machinery inside a glass room that was producing green gases.
You know, you shouldn't be here. You're supposed to be with Sancho. But under the circumstances, the only thing left is to get out of the way.
Why would you have to eliminate me? Is there something you want to hide?
You really are so naive not to notice. You are in a secret place in my room. Isn't the word secret enough for you?
Tell me once what is happening, how the pandemic is related to all this. At least I would like to know the reason before I die.
Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, a naive young woman fell in love with a great doctor who was always helping people so that they had the best. She never abandoned them. One day, the doctor died, leaving his wife. Later, alone and abandoned, she thought that she would always have the support of those patients for whom he always fought for them to be well. But the moment he left, they turned their backs on the young woman. So she sought revenge by spreading a virus so that they and their loved ones would pay for everything that they had done.
But not for that innocent people had to pay. They had nothing to do.
Life is not fair, and I am proof of it. Now you know what happened. You no longer need to stay alive. You are a great knight, Don Quixote. Believe me when I tell you that I myself will make sure that your beloved niece receives your love in gas mode.
At that time, Dulcena pulled out a gun and a gunshot rang out throughout the place. Fourth scene.
And well,
They did everything possible, but they did not succeed.
can I come in or do I have to wait?
Quixote's niece entered the small nursing room to see how everything was.
I'm glad you're okay, man. When they call me, I fear the worst, all because of being stubborn and living without knowing your destiny.
I'm glad that Sancho will arrive on time. If he hadn't changed the trajectory of the bullet, I don't know what would have happened. The only bad thing is that he ended up shooting himself.
She deserves to pay for all the lives she took. I hope you're suffering what you deserve.
She was just a misunderstood woman. Everything was taken from her, and she was abandoned in her eternal solitude. That was her hell.
And so, Don Quixote managed to find the cause of the pandemic. Thanks to their discovery and the notes found in that secret room, sick people were able to be cured and get on with their lives.